This is Rebecca Vaughn, and this is my second video of the appendicular muscles. First, we're going to start with the deltoid muscles. So first, we'll start with the clavicle deltoid, right here. And it originates on the clavicle and inserts on the ulna. And it flexes the forelimb. So flexes would be bringing in like that. Next is the acromenodeltoid, right here. And it originates on the acromeno process of the scapula and inserts on the proximal end of the humerus. And it flexes and rotates the forelimb laterally. So flexes and rotates laterally. Next is the spinodeltoid, right here. And it originates on the scapula and inserts on the proximal end of the humerus and also flexes and rotates the forelimb laterally. Next is the biceps brachia, which are these right here, this muscle right here. And it has two heads. One originates on the scapula, or actually both originate on the scapula, and inserts on the radial tuberosity, and it flexes the forelimb. Turn it over again. We're going to move to the triceps. This is the tricep long head, and it originates on the deltoid ridge of the humerus and inserts on the olecranon process of the ulna. This is the lateral head of the triceps, and it originates on the lateral border of the scapula and inserts on the olecranon process of the ulna. And both of these extend the forelimb. So you would extend that way. We lift up the lateral head of the triceps. We see right here the brachialis, and it originates on the lateral side of the humerus and inserts on the proximal end of the ulna, and it flexes the forelimb. So this extend, flex. So let's look at his arm closer. So this ribbon-like muscle right here is called the brachioradialis, and it originates on the dorsal border of the humerus and inserts on the distal end of the radius, and it supinates the front paw. Excuse me. Which rotates the palm anteriorly. So if his paw was like this, it would rotate it anteriorly to the front, towards the front. Then you have all the extensors, 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extensors. And the extensors extend the wrist. So if it was flexed this way, it would extend it back that way. Extend, flex. Then the flexor, which is this one right here, would flex the wrist. Just bring it like that. Extend, flex. Now we're going to move down to his leg, which already made some cuts, but it's all good. This muscle here, this cut, is the Santoris muscle, and it originates on the ilium and inserts on the tibia. And it adducts ADD, which brings it like this, the femur, and rotates the tibia. The brachialis muscle, right here, originates on the ischium and the pubic symphysis, and inserts on the medial surface of the tibia. And it adducts also, ADD, the thigh. Now on to the quadriceps. So we're going to reflect those 2 muscles we just talked about. And we'll talk about the quadriceps. First quadricep, all that stuff out of the way, is the rectus femoris. It originates on the femur. In the human, though, it originates on the ilium and inserts on the patella, and it extends the leg like it is now. Extends. The next is I went backwards. This is the vastus lateralis, and it originates on the lateral surface of the femur and inserts on the patella and extends the leg. The next one is the rectus femoris, and it originates on the femur, and as I said before, on the human it originates on the ilium and inserts on the patella and also extends the leg. The next quadricep over is the vastus milis, and it originates on the shaft of the femur and also inserts on the patella. Next we have the adductor longus, which is this first one right here, and it has 2 originations on the pubis and the ischium and inserts on the surface of the femur, and it adducts, ADD, the leg. The second one, adductors, are the adductor femoris. They have 2 origination points on the pubis and the ischium, and it inserts on the femur, and they also adduct, ADD, the thigh. And next you have the semi-membranous. It originates on the ischium and inserts on the medial epicondyle of the femur and the medial surface of the tibia. And along with the semitendinous, right here, it flexes the leg. So flex the leg. And the semitendinous also originates on the ischial tuberosity and inserts on the medial side of the tibia. And both of those flex the leg. Extend, flex. Now on to the post-lateral thigh. And I'm going to turn him around this way so we get a good picture of him. So first, we have that semitendinous muscle right there again we just talked about. And then we have the biceps femoris. The biceps femoris originates on the ischial tuberosity and inserts on the tibia. Its function is to flex the leg. Flex. This is extend. This is flex and this is extend. So flex the leg and abduct, which is away, ABD. Abduct the thigh. Then we have the caudofemoralis, and it originates on the caudal vertebrae and inserts on the patella via the aponeurosis. It abducts, ABD, this is add, ABD, add, abduct the thigh, and flexes the vertebral column. Next is the, let's see, don't get turned around here, gluteus maximus, which originates on the ilium and inserts on the femur, and it abducts, ABD, the thigh. The gluteus medius originates on the ilium and inserts on the greater truncator of the femur, and it also abducts and medially rotates the thigh. Abducts the thigh. So let's reflect this bicep femoris. Can lift this one up too. So again, we have the semitendinosus muscle, which we talked about earlier, and then the semimembranous muscle, which we also talked about earlier. The next muscle here is the gastrocnemius. Now the gastrocnemius has two originations. One is on the medial fascia of the patella, and the other is on the distal end of the femur. And its two bellies connect to the calcaneus down here via the calcanean calcaneus tendon right here. And it extends the foot. So this would be flex, and extend would be like that. Flex extends the foot. So the gastrocnemius extends the foot. Then the soleus, which is this muscle right here, originates on the fibula and inserts on the calcaneus via this tendon also, like right along that. And it also extends the foot. Extends. It's already extended, really. And we also talked about the calcaneal tendon. So the soleus, and then the fiberalis muscle. And the fiberalis muscle originates on the surface of the fibula and inserts on the metatarsals of the foot. And it flexes the foot, so it would bring the foot in like this. He doesn't have much movement, but it would bring the foot in like this. Next is the extensors digitoris longus, and they originate on the lateral epicondyle of the tibia, right here, and they insert on the middle and distal phalanges 2 through 5, and they extend the foot, as their name tells us, extensors. So this would be flexed, and this would be extended. It's already extended. And last is the tibialis anterior. It originates on the proximal end of the tibia and fibula, and inserts on the first metatarsal, and it flexes the foot. And he doesn't have much movement here, but flex would be moving like more that way. So that is the end of my video. Thank you.